Welcome back, and if you've just joined us, you're watching Business Agenda right here on TV10. And my guest today is Mr. Hubert Ruzibiza, who is the head of the service department in RDB. Now, we are back and we want to know of the successful recent bond that made headlines, not only in Rwanda, but around the world. About it more in detail. So, this recent bond, Rwanda made almost how much? 400 million euros, was it?
For 400 million euros.
Yes. Tell us more about it.
Thank you, Fiona. Yes, the success of the Eurobond is again a sign of confidence in Rwanda. You see, I don't think there's, whatever we can hear about Rwanda, this is the very sign that Rwanda is not only ready to do business, but people trust Rwanda. And like I mentioned at the beginning of our session, number one in doing business in Africa, number three in sub-Saharan Africa, we've been succeeding in reforming our business investment climate, and the fact that Rwanda has a rule of law, everyone is accountable, security, and zero tolerance for corruption, all those indicators are favoring the investments in our country. And the macroeconomic data also are favoring a GDP on average of 8.8% year on year for the past 7 years. We've been rated by Fitch and Moody's with a B stable and B with a positive outlook, respectively. Access to market, we are now part of the EAC, the COMESA, member of the Commonwealth. All those ingredients are making Rwanda a safe bet. The Security Council, we are now in the Security Council. So the whole history of Rwanda, to me, is a good story to tell to our investors. So it was definitely obvious that the international business community would rely on numbers rather than rely on some of the bad publicity that we heard recently. So to me, it's a sign of confidence. So now that we raised the 400 million euros, would serve to finance few investments in the infrastructure and also our convention center. We want to encourage also the private sector to get the ball rolling. And piggyback on that momentum and get also finance on the international markets. But that requires also to comply to international standards and themselves being rated. And somehow we as services trying to help with the support of the Capital Markets Authority to have few of the companies also being listed, being rated, and go and raise capital in the international markets.
Okay, so you as a service department, one cannot work without people being, like you said, we rely mostly on skills. We rely on this through people. But then people out there saying we do not have jobs. What is your department doing to create these job opportunities for everyone who wants to be part of building this country to a better place?
It's a very good question, because achieving the service knowledge-based economy would require skills. Most of the times we think about skills as MBAs, PhDs, but what we're looking at, the government put in place the TV10, which are professional courses, professional programs, and right after those, the curriculum, you are ready to play your parts in that economy. Most of the businesses that we attract actually needs those skills. And I think as far as the governments, we somehow succeeded in having the right program in place. We need to have more of the Rwandans benefiting from those programs. In terms of what we're doing on attraction of investments, we know our metrics are the level of investment that we bring in the country, but also the level of exports and the number of jobs created. So which somehow forces us to look at quality investment rather than just quantity. You see? So quality investment will mean that a company comes in Rwanda and has potential to exports, but also to employ locals. The gap is skills. If we want Rwanda to become a financial center, we need to invest heavily in, let's say, customer relationship, accounting, finance, more CPAs, more CFAs. This takes time, but we can also piggyback on the foreign skills that we borrow from those companies, and then they do transfer of capacity. So at one point is the vision is sustainable through partnership with our investors, but also the support of the government in putting in place the right program.
A good thing you mentioned, customer care. Customer care in Rwanda is actually, would I say, it's not growing, or I don't know what the real problem is, but you as the service department, what measures are you putting? Because you said you have some goals that you have as a department. So service, I'm sure, goes hand in hand with customer care, yet most of the people still complain. We go to a shop, the shopkeeper looks at you and they really don't care whether you're there to buy or not. So what are you going to do to improve this? Because most of the things that lead us behind or drag us behind is customer care.
Well, I guess this is well pointed out. Customer care, when you look at the service-based economy, banks, hospitals, transports, you deal with people.
Okay.
You are selling a service, you deal with clients, and those are people. You're the interface of your business, of your service to the people. And providing a bad service to a client, you are endangering your own business, the sustainability of your business. In our departments, we work hand in hand with our customer care units that roll out program of trainings. Development, it's endless, it's an ongoing, it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. Yeah. But we have good examples now when we have our own investors like the Marriotts who comes and recruits on the local markets and bring the local employees, to go and get trainings elsewhere in Dubai, so they get accustomed to reality on what's happening at the international level. This is a very good sign. This is what we like to see, partnering with our investors so that they can increase our skills, which are related to customer service. So to me, customer care is very bad, but it improved from the past recent years. When you look at the ratings that we have from the hotels, we see that customer care really improved. We are not there yet. We need to see it cross-cutting all the subsectors, not only in the hospitality management, but also in the banks, also in the healthcare, also in all kinds of services, other services that an economy such as Rwanda can provide. Because we are not competing only for Rwanda to become a service-based economy, but we are competing against countries in the region. We are benchmarking with other countries like Kenya, Uganda, and becoming a hub means that we are actually competing with the global, with the entire world. Yeah. So if Rwanda or the Rwandese, if they want to be proud and say that we come from Rwanda and Rwanda is providing one of the best service, or is the service-based economy that we all aim for, customer care is definitely a strong component in achieving our goal, our vision.
Yes, certainly. So as we come to the end of our show, people